Hello, hello. Welcome back to Reese's Attic. All right, today I'm going to attempt to use my new tag maker and use some of my alcohol markers to color it in. All right, I bought this at Hobby Lobby today, and it's got some little it's a punch, and it punches off the top of your paper and makes a very pretty tag. Now this one is the 2.5 size. That's the widest size. Then there's a 2-inch, and then there's a 1.5 inch. And I'm going to use the 2-inch. I'm attempting to make a couple of tags. I'm not a very good colorist. I'm really not proficient in anything, but I'll be glad to pass along what I know. Just pressing this in is a little difficult, and I read that putting wax paper in there and cutting wax paper might make it easier. So I think I'm going to try that after I'm finished here. There we go. Those look really nice. Now what I did was I just cut 8.5 by 11 into strips the long way, and then I cut each of the 11-inch by 2.5 inches wide. I cut them to 5.5, and that gave me this nice size here. Okay, now what I'm going to try to do here is, I've already done a couple, and as you can see, it's skewed, but you know what, I'm not going to freak out over it. I'm still going to use them, and I'm going to do a few more on the camera. I just bought this today at Hobby Lobby. It was normally $10.99. I got it for $2.74. And it's Psalms 23. It says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures." And I just thought that would be a wonderful little sentiment to give to on the front of a card for someone who is perhaps gravely ill or very ill, or even to someone who is experiencing a loss in their life. So I'm going to use the Memento in Tuxedo Black, and the reason why I've chosen Memento is because it's not supposed to fade and run and smear with the alcohol markers. So here I go, making a mess as per usual, but this is why get you a stash of the El Cheapo baby wipes so you won't make a mess everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to try this again. Going to ink up my stamp. Actually, I think I'm going to lay it down and do it. Now, this ink smells horrible. It smells like peppermint and chalk mixed. Ugh. And as you can see, it also has, it's not a sponge. It is almost like a piece of canvas. And it looks like felt underneath it. So it's not the same as other Let's see, is that in there? Yeah, okay. Trying to line it up so maybe these lines will help me. Okay. Kind of eyeball it. And I think I may have jiggled it as I was putting it down, so it might not. And I'm not really pressing hard. I'm just giving it a chance for the ink to transfer from the stamp onto the paper. And I am pressing it some too. So pull it off and see what happens. Okay. It looks pretty good. It is skewed still, but you know, I'm not a master at this. I just am having fun. All right. Let me try another one. Get it good and inked up. Ink, ink, ink. Ink, 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 ink. Okay. Make sure that's in the right spot. All right. If this is tedious and boring, you can skip ahead. Yeah, because I know that it can get tedious and boring. Oh, I forgot to put my timer on. So we may, oh, it's 7 minutes, okay. All right. Still a little close to that side, but we're going to live with it. Now, take my wipe, clean this off so I don't get it all over me and my desktop. I noticed that my desktop looks really filthy on screen, and I did my dead level best to try to clean it yesterday, but it just, some of it is stained and it's just not gonna do it. It's not gonna come clean. Okay. When I put my my ink pads back, I always put them upside down so the ink flows. If it has any flow to it, maybe it'll flow down to the top of the pad. Okay. All right, that looks good and clean. Set that aside. Now, I am not good at this stuff. Okay, as you can see, it looks like watercolors. Very pretty. I started off with the wrong colors. I said blue is going to do it, but blue does not do it. So I'm getting rid of my blues, and I'm going to get my purples out. So these are Copics. This is Winsor Newton, and these are blue violet, and this is just violet. Let's see if I have any more. Excuse me, my head knocks the I think I have these already, but we'll check and see. One of these this one is empty, I'm pretty sure. Okay. All right, we will use these, because one of them, I used it in making, I used it all up in some flowers I was doing. Okay, so as you can see, there's just like variations in depth of color with a violet. You've got a dark violet, and this is flowing water. You've got some violet gray color on their legs, on their faces is a pinkish gray, violet color. The flowers do seem to be a little bluer than the other stuff. I might pull those back out. And this is like a light blue or a violet sky. So I started off as usual, and that looks horrible. Now this actually looks pretty good up in here. So I'm going to maybe do the water last. I'm going to I'm going to leave this here so I can kind of see what's going on. In gray, I have a gray that I'm going to use as well. Gray is good for making shadows. You can use all the colors you want to use, but with Copic they teach you to use 3 shades of the same color, about 2 numbers apart. So you've got, like, this is the BV04, BV01, BV 4 zeros, and then this was a BV00. So these two, and this one would actually be something that Copic says this is a family. This is a family of colors that you should be using. However, I've come to find out that you can color it in one color and then come back behind it with gray and make a shadow or deepen that color. So here I go. We're going to see what we can do here real quickly. I think this one is messed up. Let me try it here. Ooh, no, honey, that is dark. Woo, that's dark. We might use that on the water. Okay, let's see. Okay, that looks pretty good. I know one of them I used up, and this might be it. Yeah, it looks pretty used up. And then this one. Yeah, that's pretty dark too. Okay, we are going to try to use these right here. All right, the lightest. I'm going to go over the sky with this very light color. And honestly, it doesn't even it just looks like it's wetting the paper. Okay, then the next color is, let's see, I probably should have went ahead and used that, but, oops, excuse me, I did it again. Okay, light circle. And I'm going to go back to the light one. It is super light there, I tell you. Super light. Let's see. Ooh, that's the one I should have had. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Their little legs and their faces have a purpley gray to them. All their little legs. And then their faces. Now the faces, excuse me, I'm going to start at the very back of their face and pull it forward. kind of go lighter to the edge, but go with it nonetheless. Okay, and I have, put this lavender color in places where it shouldn't be, but that's okay. And I'm going to see if I can okay, I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to get a darker gray. Let's see. That does look more like what I want. This one actually looks more blue. I might use that for the flowers. Okay, so we're going to go in. I'm going to do the shadow on their faces and down on parts of their legs, and then maybe a little bit more in the water. Now, I'm going to tell you, I am not artistic at all, but I've watched enough videos that I have a small inkling of a little bit to do, but that doesn't mean I always do it. Okay, and then I'm going to copy exactly where they put the shadows on their legs. Because the people who did this know so much more about it than I do. So that's what I'm going to do. And this looks pretty dark over here. All right, and I'm going to, oops, I did it again, sorry. With my phone hanging down over me. I'm trying to leave a little bit of white at the shore, because see how it does have a very thin line of white right there. And let's see, I think and then I'm going to go back with this one. And then my extremely light one, what did I do with it? Oh, I guess I used it already. Okay. I still wonder if I should put just a wee bit. What I'm attempting to do is create something like the illusion of water running. And I'm going back again with the very lightest one because of the alcohol. It will cause it to kind of like smear and move around. And maybe it will, heck, I don't know what I'm doing. But if I can try it, you surely can. Okay, we'll go back with this very lightest and pull it out to the end of their nose. Because what you're doing with the alcohol markers is they blend very easily. And you can actually push, if you got alcohol, if you got a color on it somewhere you don't like it, you can push it with your marker tip and it will push the color up. And conversely, if you pull it this way with your marker, it pulls the color down. And I only know this stuff because I've watched 4,000 videos on YouTube. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to stop right there for now because this has already gotten far too long. I will just go ahead and finish coloring it offline, and I want to say thank you very much for stopping by Risa's Attic. And hopefully you're having some fun. And if you like what you see, if you appreciate it, hit the like button. If you'd like to follow me, subscribe. And I appreciate if you've spent any of your valuable time with me. You are to be thanked, and I really do thank you. Have a great one. Bye-bye.